From space, the Little Rann of Kutch in Gujrat appears like a stark, salt-crusted expanse. But during the monsoon, rivers like Luni and Banas flood this desert, creating a temporary wetland. Birds from across the globe flock here, drawn by the fleeting abundance. It's a brief yet vital transformation, and that's where our journey begins. In the foggy morning, a peregrine falcon perched quietly on its favorite rock, looking almost as innocent as dove. Yet beneath that calm pose is the world's fastest predator, capable of diving at over 300 kilometers per hour. A winter migrant from Central Asia. It's like a Hitchcock villain biding its time. Then without making a sound, it flew away in search of prey. A female Montague's harrier wasted no time. She gulped the lizard in seconds, and the moment I edged closer, she was gone. Clearly not one for close-ups. This male Montague's harrier takes his time. He devours a grasshopper piece by piece. Unlike brute force raptors, Montague's harriers skim low over open grounds to hunt, and then nicely cleans his beak, and then begins to preen. These salt flats are ideal for a patient hunter like him. As our climate changes, preserving these salt marshes matters more than ever. Not just for these magnificent birds, but for all of us. Now that the fog has lifted, the lesser flamingos are in their full glory, soft pink feathers gleaming in the morning light. They feed with their heads upside down, filtering algae from the shallows. That algae is loaded with beta-carotene, the same pigment that makes carrots red and flamingos pink. This algae also provides vital nutrients. However, as shifting climates affects water level, these marshy pockets grow more fragile. Without these salt marshes, future generation might only encounter grey flamingos. Great white pelicans are massive birds, with wingspan reaching up to 9 feet. They may look clumsy, but they have mastered a clever feeding strategy. By moving in a line, they herd fish into shallow water, then scoop them up with those huge bills. What looks noisy and chaotic from the outside is actually a well-practiced teamwork. Everyone gets their share. Meanwhile, spoonbills and painted storks wait on the edges, snapping up any stragglers that escape pelicans. But even the storks can't relax. One that snags a giant catch draws jealous eyes, forcing it to hurry off to the far side of the canal to protect its prize. Now free from the pelicans, the painted stork moves to a calmer patch, still crowded with other storks and spoonbills, trying to swallow that giant fish in peace. It's too big for one gull, so it looks for a quiet corner, keeping a close watch on its neighbors. Suddenly, a white stork steps in and tries to snatch the fish. Wait, did I miss that one in all the excitement? I shift my attention to this rare white stork. Every time I try to frame it, it slips behind flapping wings or dips out of sight. My camera skills are being tested. Just when I think I got the perfect angle, it's gone again. At last, the white stork climbs onto a small mound, seemingly fed up with the chaos in the canal. For a moment, it preens its bright plumage in peace, showing off those striking black wingtips on white feathers. This species is a remarkable long-distance migrant, often traveling thousands of kilometers from Europe or Central Asia. Some even reach Africa. In some cultures, storks are seen as symbols of good luck, but my luck runs out fast. A group of pelicans wander over, and Stork leaves in frustration, searching for quieter spot. Under a bright winter sun, I draw one, expecting fewer birds to be active at midday. Yet to my surprise, a few were still busy going about their day. In a rare patch of vegetation in LRK, a female common kestrel perches on a thorny branch brimming with white elegance. I fumble with my camera again, shifting lenses and angles, trying to capture that perfect shot. I'm not pro, just a birder learning from every shaky frame. Despite all the odds, I remind myself why I am out here chasing evolution's beautiful creation. Out of nowhere, these Greater Hoopoe-Larks caught me completely off guard. I wasn't ready with my camera, so I quickly recorded the mating display on my phone. Unlike other birds that perform graceful aerial dances, these larks keep it grounded. They dash in a zigzag, the legs almost brushing the earth as they sprint from one side to other. This raw, energetic chase showcases the agility and endurance vital to a bird like this. I know the footage isn't perfect, but this rare encounter is definitely worth capturing and sharing. Later, with my camera finally set up, I witnessed the resourceful Greater Hoopoe-Lark at work. This small ground-dwelling bird endemic to the rocky terrain steadily digs at the base of dried succulent. At first, it looked like it was just scratching the rough ground, and I wondered if it was simply rearranging the rubble. But soon I realized it was on a mission. In this arid area, far from main water sources, flying off for a drink would waste energy. Instead, the lark digs near the succulent where insects take shelter, providing not only a nutritious meal but also a bit of moisture. It's amazing how what appears to be barren rock transforms into a hidden pantry for this resourceful bird. You can find these agile hoopoe-larks not just here, but also in parts of Rajasthan's Desert National Park and regions of Pakistan. Watching its precise, steady work, it's evident that even in the driest terrains, nature conceals its treasures in plain sight. Returning from the Hoopoe-Lark area, I was stunned to see that even in the late afternoon, thousands of lesser flamingos were still busy, some pausing briefly while most remained focused on feeding. The soft afternoon sun cast a warm, golden glow on their pink white feathers, giving them a slightly different, almost magical hue. Later, I found a lesser spotted eagle resting near a clump of reeds, calmly scanning the flats. Unlike dramatic diving raptors, these eagles prefer slow, low glides over open ground and usually avoid trouble with more dominant raptors. It seemed annoyed by something, constantly scratching at its beak, likely trying to dislodge a feather or bit of fur from an earlier meal. Meticulous by nature, they like to keep their tools clean. In the soft glow of early evening sun, a group of great white pelicans had finally taken a break. But what caught my eye was something unusual. They were fluttering their throat pouches, quick, rhythmic movements of the skin beneath their beaks. It's called Gular fluttering, and it's not just for show. That pouch is packed with blood vessels, and by fluttering it, they cool themselves down like a built-in air conditioner. It's a clever trick, especially for big birds that heat up quickly. Only a few bird species use this cooling trick, and seeing it up close is rare. Before dusk, I spotted another peregrine falcon. Perched on a stone pillar, it looked like it was trying to nap, eyes slowly drifting shut. But even the tiniest sound from any direction made it open its eyes slightly to take a look. It was never fully asleep, always alert. That mix of exhaustion and awareness is typical for raptors after meals. This falcon, like most others, is wired for survival. Even at rest, its vision stays razor sharp. After a while, it began to preen, slowly, deliberate movements. Each feather carefully aligned, cleaned, and checked. Peregrine rely on flawless flights. When they chase a prey and dive, they reach speed over 300 kilometers per hour. At that velocity, even a single feather out of place can cause a drag or instability. So preening isn't just a beauty routine, it's essential maintenance for high-performance hunter. Despite their reputation as fearsome aerial predators, moments like these reveal another side. Watching this falcon tend to its feathers, you start to see what really makes it successful. Speed alone doesn't define it. Discipline does. Just before sunset, an Imperial Eagle landed on a mound. Moments later, it took off again. I assumed it had locked onto a prey, but no. It flew straight into a patch of trees, probably scouting a spot to roost for the night. Despite their fierce look and commanding size, they are opportunist, skilled hunters, but also not above stealing from smaller raptors or grabbing a free meal when the chance comes. They are mostly solitary, especially outside breeding season. It kept scanning the ground below like a top predator about to strike. But all that intense focus, just the build-up to a very well-aimed bathroom break. Imperial indeed. Just a little feather cleanup before bed. For an apex predator, it's important to look well-groomed and dignified. This male Pallid Harrier stood beside a low shrub. As the sun hovered near the horizon, hues changing every passing second. Pallid Harriers are also long-distance migrants. What's fascinating is that the male like this often arrives weeks before females, stacking out the best feeding spots early. As the light faded, he stays right there. Unlike most raptors, harriers prefer to spend the night on the ground, open, exposed, yet completely at ease. If you enjoyed this journey through the Little Rann of Kutch, do consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It takes a lot to reach these remote places. Every shot you saw comes with effort, patience, and love for the wild. Even a small bit of encouragement goes a long way. Until next time.